Most men think discipline is built through motivation. It's not. Because motivation is fragile. It disappears when you're tired, distracted, rejected, comfortable. And that's why most men never change. Not because they lack ambition, but because they rely on emotion instead of systems. James Clear's Atomic Habits contains one of the most important lessons modern men need to hear. Your life is not shaped by big decisions. It is shaped by what you repeat every single day. And if your habits are weak, your identity will become weak too. Modern life is engineered to make men distracted. Scrolling, comfort, cheap dopamine, endless consumption. And over time, men lose their edge. Their focus weakens. Their discipline collapses. Their confidence disappears. But habits can rebuild a man. Quietly, gradually, completely. Most self-improvement advice is broken because it focuses on outcomes. Get rich, get fit. Wake up at 5 a.m. But James Clear argues something deeper. Real change is identity change. A man who says, "I'm trying to become disciplined," still sees discipline as something outside himself. But a man who says, "I am disciplined," has already begun transforming. That difference matters. Because every action you take is a vote for the type of man you become. Every workout says, "I am strong." Every difficult conversation says, "I am courageous." Every promise you keep to yourself builds self-respect. And most men don't lack confidence. They lack evidence. Because confidence is earned internally, not performed externally. Nobody destroys their life overnight. Weakness is accumulated slowly. One skipped workout, one night of bad sleep, 1 hour of scrolling, one avoided responsibility, repeated for years. That becomes identity. And modern culture normalizes destructive habits. Pornography, constant stimulation, attention fragmentation, comfort addiction. These things slowly erode masculine energy, not dramatically, silently. That's what makes habits dangerous. You don't notice the damage immediately, but 5 years later, you become someone you barely recognize. One of the most practical lessons in Atomic Habits is this: environment is stronger than willpower. Most men try to become disciplined while surrounded by distraction. Phone beside the bed, notifications always on, chaos in their room, noise everywhere. And then they wonder why they feel mentally weak. Strong men design environments intentionally, because environment shapes behavior automatically. If your room is chaotic, your mind becomes chaotic. If distraction is always visible, focus becomes impossible. Discipline is not just mental, it's environmental. This is where many men sabotage themselves. They try to reinvent their entire life overnight. Extreme diets, 2-hour workouts, perfect routines, and then burnout after 10 days. James Clear says, "Make habits so small they are impossible to avoid." That sounds simple, but it's powerful. Because consistency builds identity, not intensity. A man who trains consistently for 20 minutes a day over 3 years will completely outperform the man who relies on bursts of motivation. Modern men are addicted to extremes, but mature masculinity is steady, calm, grounded, consistent. And this may be the most important lesson of all. Modern men are overstimulated. Every app, every platform, every algorithm is competing for your attention. And attention is masculine power. The more addicted you become to stimulation, the harder it becomes to do difficult things. Reading becomes harder. Deep work becomes harder. Stillness becomes harder. That's why many men feel mentally exhausted all the time. Their nervous system never rests. Atomic Habits teaches that behavior follows craving. And modern technology manufactures cravings endlessly. So if you want discipline, you must learn to control dopamine. Not eliminate pleasure, control dependence. Another powerful idea from the book is this: never miss twice. You will fail sometimes. You will miss workouts, lose focus, break routines. That's normal. The dangerous part is the spiral afterward. One bad day becomes a bad week, then a bad month. Strong men are not perfect. They are resilient. They recover faster. They return faster. At its core, Atomic Habits is not really about productivity. It's about becoming someone. A man is built through repetition. Your habits become your character. Your character becomes your identity. And your identity becomes your destiny. Modern men want transformation overnight. But real transformation is quieter than that. It happens in ordinary moments. The alarm clock, the workout, the difficult conversation, the decision to stay disciplined when nobody is watching. That is where men are forged, not through intensity, but repetition. The man you become is hidden inside the habits you repeat every single day.